Dublin are famous. We'll stop a little further around so you can get a picture of one of the doors. But look, you see, these are pretty. You see the big fan light above. So that was the maximum light, because you know there was no, the roads were kind of muddy or whatever, and so the women were carried in sedan chairs, and these wide doors they could just walk them straight in there, and they laid them in small windows up at the very top, straight on down. Was where the slaves used to be, the servants, of course. Polly put the kettle on. Poor Polly didn't have a chance. She had to get from the basement and right up to go to bed. She had to pass all the house, and if she could get up there without somebody asking to put the kettle on, she had a good day. It was a lucky day for her, right? Left hand side, lounging in his smoking jacket. Can we see him? Do you see him? Left. Do you know who that is? Oscar Wilde. Oscar Wilde, poor Oscar. Born across the road there, and died in Paris on the Rive Gauche. Got a hold of it and got it all built up rather nicely. We're swinging around here. These are places you can come back to a little later. Straight up the road we're going to go here. Okay, the very top. They had a wonderful Caravaggio, the Taking of Christ, was in here a little while back. I don't know if it's still in there, maybe it's on peripatetic loan, I don't know. Well, this is so. And this is Leinster House here on the right. These are the Parliament buildings. And this big building here is the former palace, but it's now where the government is held. The leader is the Taoiseach, the Prime Minister. Leo Varadkar is his name. He's 40 years old. He's Indian, Irish, and he is Indian-Irish parentage, and he is openly homosexual. And people love him. He's very much, we're going to go left at the traffic light here. People like him very much. He's very much in the spotlight just now because of the Brexit. 146 is the door. No, it's maybe just 46. I've added 100 on somewhere, but we'll see. Just we're going to go left. It's 46 I want. If you want to just pull into the left here, and there's 46 there, just here. Thank you. So you don't have to go up too far. Perfect. If you want to take a little picture of 46, that's a famous Dublin door. Would you like to take a picture? Sure, off you come. Don't step onto the road. Do it from this side of the. of the main entrances, and they are depictions from Jonathan Swift's Gulliver's Travels. And there's one at the end, is the lily pad. He's lying down the lily pad. You saw the real one in Belfast. Right. Slowly, slowly, look above the door. Look above the door to the right. You see it there, right above. Oh, yeah. And the next one, and the next one. They're all there, yeah. And there he's amongst. And there he's lying down. That's the one you saw in Belfast on the hill. Do you remember? Oh, that's fantastic. Did you not see it, Sandra? You'll have to go round again. Okay. Okay. No. In Canterbury Cathedral, who will rid me of this turbulent priest? Do you remember anything on this side of the city, if you so choose? We're going to keep into the left so you can have a wee look slowly as we go past the longboat. There it is. Same time. It's not so long, eh? It's longish. Coming down to the quays now. The quays, the Quays, the quays. As we're swinging around, if we cross there, that's the four courts on the right hand side there, built in the 18th century. In the 18th century by a man called James Gandon, an Englishman. Huh? Look at the water level in Liffey now. You can see it very clearly, 14 feet 9 inches. An Englishman, James Gandon, and the other major building he did is at the other end of the city is the customs house near the dock end, again by James Gandon. It's used by Dublin administration, etc. now. Just tucked in the wall there you see it, 1198, the Brazen Head. Again to the left. Church of St Peter and St Paul on the right hand side. That is Catholic, I believe. I haven't been into it, but I'm pretty sure I'll check it the way by. So this on the left hand side is Globus. On the left hand side, look at the harp, the harp of Brian Boru, the High King, do you remember? There it is there. And this is the Guinness complex here on the left hand side, folks. It's huge. My goodness. Gone are the day of the dray horses and the draymen, you know, and the barrels and things like that. Now it's aluminum, drums, etc. and big lorries will take everything, distribute it around. But the Guinness is different in Dublin from anywhere else. We're going to go across the bridge a bit along here to the right. But it's, I don't know if it's the water or whatever, but it's very, very good there. And you can go and they do lots of Irish things, but salady things, fresh things. Now folks, they'll make a little break in Phoenix Park, but this round building you see is the new, they use them both still, but this is, a lot of people come here. You see them normally, there's a whole crowd of them standing on the steps, you know, smoking like beagles in a laboratory before they get put in the slammer, you know. Let's have a look and see. Oh, that can't be a group going in to look at it. I don't know what, maybe it's protesters or something. I mean, they don't do tours in there. No. Here is Phoenix Park here, folks. It's been out since the Norman times, so the 12th century. There's been acres in the park, so it's a big area here. In 1979, John Paul II came out here and gave mass, and everybody walked out. 1 million people came out. No cars were allowed. They all came out here to see the Pope. Francis was here quite recently as well, not with the same numbers, I have to say, but he was here last year. Memorial. Do you see the Duke of Wellington, of course, and you see underneath these are bronzes are melted down from the cannons of the Battle of Waterloo, which do you know the Metro Goldwyn Mayer, the Lion and the Metro Goldwyn Mayer movies, you know, when it starts, Row! He was born and bred in this zoo here. Incredible. They had to dub his voice, they had to dub the roar, because his roar was a bit Irish, as Row! You know, it was a bit like, yeah. He's a good old age. I hope he makes it through his pain. He's a little tiny guy. I mean,
the portico.
We're going to swing around to the right here. There's the residency with the American flag there and the Irish flag side by side. There's the entrance to the presidency there, you see. the code, releases the bike, and away you go and leave it the other side of town. It's great. Charge every month. Here we are, folks. You see, this is the statue of the woman here in the water. Do you see her on your left-hand side? Anna Liffey is her name, the spirit of the Liffey River. Anna Liffey. She got moved there. There she is. She's also known as the floozy and the jacuzzi, but that's okay. Building up here was built, you see on the left here, was built in 1701, so they've had all Irish, British, they've had centuries of being a barracks there, but now it's a museum to the left. Come to the north side here, you see when we're going up Connell Street, it's less touristy, so the things are generally cheaper in the less tourists. The Guinness Centre is back 2 or 3 blocks. It's not right on the waterfront here, but it's all very, very doable for sure. There's a bridge along here, folks, that you've probably heard about. It's called the Halfpenny Bridge. Back in 1816, there was a man called William Walsh, and he had little boats that sort of zigzagged their way backwards and forwards, and they would take people from one side to the other side, backwards and forwards. And it started to get a little bit kind of run down, the boats. Whenever the city father said, "No, you'll have to do this. You'll have to get new boats," and he said, "Well, rather than new boats, can I put a bridge across the Liffey?" And they said, "Yeah, sure." So he built the bridge for free. He built the bridge, and in return for that, he was given a license that he could charge everybody from 1816 right for 100 years to 1916. He could charge them a halfpenny to cross the bridge. So we're on the quayside here. One block in and up is this is the start of the Temple Bar area. And it stretches all the way along towards Trinity College. You can go for lunch today. There are plenty of places to go. There's O'Neill's, which is on Suffolk Street. O'Neill's is a very famous Irish pub, and it's got all different little booths and things. It's very popular, but they do Irish stew in there. It's very good. And if you go to O'Neill's, right opposite is the statue of Molly Malone. There's a famous statue of Molly Malone wheeling her wheelbarrow through streets broad and narrow, It's and you can get a nice picture of that there as well. There's another pub that's along there also, which is Duke. Like an earl, a duke, a lord, a duke. You'd call it Duke. There, now you know, Duke. Here's people on the Halfpenny Bridge here. There's the Halfpenny Bridge. You see it? That's it. No, the Duke. Like John Wayne was the Duke. The Duke. Yeah, it's a Duke. It's a noble title. But Duke Street. Yeah. James Joyce used to be in one of these hostelries along here on the left-hand side. That's where he wrote a lot of his Ulysses, his book on Dublin. My goodness, I think I told you before. Just impossible. Look at that, the body beautiful. You too could have a body like that if you're not. Dearie me. That bus is stopped there. I know it's difficult for him as well. He's unloading luggage for the hotel on the side, but it narrows the possibilities down a bit, traffic-wise, circulation-wise. We're going to go, and as we go left, you'll see a big statue, and that is Daniel O'Connell. You went past the place he was born the other day on the Ring of Kerry. There's Daniel O'Connell standing there. You see in the kind of imperial garb and whatever. They never wore those things, but that's him up there, Daniel O'Connell. This is O'Connell Street, in the 18th into the 19th century, to give the feel of a capital, to give that largesse, that confidence of the place. Very, very good. And the Jenny Johnson is the immigration ship that was built in Quebec. A replica, and the limit people allowed is 40. At its zenith, when it was making these crosses, the most people it carried was 247. You can imagine, a bit crushed. Here's O'Connell Street. The Monument to Light. This is where the jacuzzi and the floozy used to be. There is the Monument to Light. They replaced it with 366 feet of stainless steel there on your up here on the left-hand side. There's still some pock marks in the, with the gun marks in the columns and pillars as a testament to that time. I think it's open most of the day, this one, but You can, let's have a look, there it is on the left hand side. This is where it all took off. The GPO to your left. Look at. Okay, folks. So this is. To walk back to here, folks, from where we drop you off is 5 minutes down and over the river, and you're onto Connell Street. I'll show you exactly. We'll get your bearings as soon as we get there. Right? So coming up, this is the hotel on the Gresham, as it was the first of the grand hotels in Dublin. Here on the right hand side is the 19th century hotel. The Gresham Hotel is on the right there, right? This is, look, there's the Harper Bride Brew. This is the Stuart Purnell. Stuart Purnell was a great man in the end of the 19th century. He was for land reform for the Irish and whatever. He did some good stuff, but he made a mistake. He got in bed with a colleague's wife, and he was named as the correspondent. And he was done. His career was over. Kitty O'Shea. You probably heard there's lots of pubs called Kitty O'Shea's and things like that. It was a scandal at the time, and he was forced to resign. He was a good man in all other senses. I mean, he was for the Irish. He was for home rule for the Irish. You see that in the lamppost. You see the three shamrocks on the top, like representing the Trinity, and that's quite clear, isn't it? On that, you see on the very top of the light lamppost there. There's quite a few shamrocks up there as well. Yeah, I think that's celebrating of the Trinity, Father, Son, and Holy Ghost. The ambassador is next under covers there, and here we are again, the top end, looking down the Monument of Light. So when we stop at Nassau Street, folks, and Nassau Street is right next to the entrance to Trinity College. So we'll find each other, that's for sure. 45, 780, but the restaurant told me last night, so we could make it a little earlier, that's why I'm thinking 5:30. So 5:30, I'll need to bring the two guys who are with us this morning and tell them. Is that clear, everybody? 5:30. I'll show you, I'm going to show you exactly what I'm going to pick up. What I'm talking about just now is when we're leaving the hotel to go for dinner tonight, is at 5:30 at the hotel. I will show you where we're going to meet you at 4 o'clock this afternoon to take you back if anybody wants to lift back. Is that okay? Good. It's Nassau Street. It was named, it used to be called St Patrick Lane, and then when William III, the House of Orange, was ascended to the throne, William and Mary, we've talked about so much during this trip, it became known as Nassau Street. William of Orange of the House of Nassau. All the trades, all the different, the rights, the teachers, the workers, the... Right folks, so heads up. Here we are, this is Trinity College here. This is the back of Trinity College here, set up at the end of the 16th century by Elizabeth I to rid the country of all popery. That's her words, not mine. To rid of, I mean, she was really a vicious woman against the Catholics, but this was to get it out. Get the Catholics weren't allowed to have education. Education meant power, so they wasn't allowed for them. So this is the back of it here. Go do wondering. The Book of Kells is in there, the illuminations of the Gospels, of course, from St Columba's time in the 5th century and into the 6th century in Scotland and Iona, as we talked about before. This building ahead of us used to be the government buildings, Parliament buildings. See the big green wooden arch, brown wooden arch there? Now it's part of Bank of Ireland, as you can see. This is one entrance to the left. This is one entrance into college. Here's Edmund Burke here, the statesman, philosopher, and teacher. Edmund Burke, that's his statue there, Jack. You might want to come back round and take a picture of him. There's on the left. This is Dame Street here, folks. You go straight along the street. Straight along the street would take you up to the castle. It would take you Guinness direction. If you go any of these streets down to the right of Dame Street takes you down to the Temple Bar, all the lively area. So you go along there to the right, and turn to the right for Temple Bar, straight on for the castle, As I say, there's not much to the castle really, but straight up beyond there, if you're going to Guinness, if you're going to walk, but you get taxis so cheaply here, you know, it really is nothing at all. Here's So, we're coming around here. The street straight ahead of us is Grafton Street. Pedestrianised street. Straight ahead is pedestrianised. Shops and everything. Turn right here, Ulster Bank. You see Ulster Bank, you go along there. That's where O'Neill's is, on the right-hand corner, straight along there. Left-hand side is Cathedral, Suffolk Street, down there. This is Nassau Street we're in now. This is Nassau Street we're on now. There's a pub there, porterhouse. They sell all sorts of beers in there. The way up, and that's where the Duke is. Straight up here, roads to the right. The good, we've stopped the traffic lights. You can see Carluccio's on the corner of on the right. We're very entitled to do that, you know, just to stroll through without any charge. If you're going for lunch, straight ahead there is Kilkenny. Kilkenny is a good place. You can have lunch there on the first floor. The salads and things. There's a good shop to go. Nabs and Knackers. Do you see Nabs and Knackers on the right hand side? That's cool. If you want to go to the galleries, we passed a Leinster place this morning. The galleries, the museum, straight along the end of this road is the right. We saw it where Oscar Wilde was this morning. That's where you want to go, straight along here. If you want to be bored, witless all afternoon, watch the cricket from the fence on the left hand side. That'll put you to sleep. Okie dokie. So we're going to be on the stretch folk.
Small.
Songs to sing. It's so lonely around Liffey.
Like field hockey. Yep. Or yeah, again, it's like violent.
dal video. Stavo. Простите,
Бажак, нормально, с Liffey. Крестовки заберешь.
Registry of heaven. Will you come as a sinner to Jesus and receive
We'll get out fast if you open the door.
Are you sure?
What a guy. quite nice. Next to it is the Fire restaurant, which is a good restaurant also. The Café sur la Seine, coffee on the River Seine here, and so the Liffey here could be, yeah, you're right. The Ivy, I don't know if that's any connection to the Ivy in London. Yeah, Yeats is the exhibition. And this is the Royal College of Physicians of Ireland here on the right, and then the art galleries again on the right again. So coming back round to the squares, there's Marion Square here we saw, there's Last Chance, you'll see Oscar this trip. So folks, the night is young, I mean, for goodness sake, it's only 8:30 here. If you come out walking through the squares and things, it's nice, but be very careful because this is the red light district of town. You got to be a little bit careful. Yeah, and you may laugh. I was here 2 or 3 weeks ago and I was walking back home to the hotel, only about 9:30, 10 o'clock. It was starting to get dark, and this girl, she was about 6 foot tall, blonde. I mean, she was drop dead gorgeous, I have to say, you know. And she came up to me, and she said, would you like to sleep with me for 200 euros? I said, well, I'm not very tired, but I could do with the money. The people who are in the group, and you all gelled very well. You've all been very enthusiastic and attentive, and you've always been on time, and that makes all the difference. I've thoroughly enjoyed being with you. And I take this chance, let me say, because if I make a mistake, it really doesn't matter too much, you know. But if Kevin makes a mistake, it could be critical. So I want to thank you. I want to thank Kevin on your behalf and on my behalf, because he's done an excellent job, 100% professional job. Very happy. There's that wee smile on his face. It makes it all worthwhile with that wee smile, eh? But guys, you have a good, safe trip back home. If you've got any queries or anything, you ask me when we get to the hotel. Did you use your vouchers for your compensation drink? Well, you go and enjoy a drink tonight on the hotel for the thing with the baggage last night. Remember to bring your bags down tomorrow. I'll be floating around. I'm in the hotel, but I might not see you tomorrow. If I see you, all well and good. If not, you have a great trip home. If you've enjoyed yourself, but do us a favour, folks, and let them know at Gate 1, because it helps, because there's so many people out in the road, drivers and guides and things. It's very competitive, and it always helps our cause, you know. Let them know what you think. If you haven't enjoyed yourself, then keep your opinions to yourself. Do you know what I'm saying? Over the canal for the last time. You're all confident about the morning. Sleep well. You'll have a sleep well.